Already started.
Okay. Who wants to?
Hey everybody!
Hey!
So we're doing something a little bit different today. We are going sports related. So this may be a first for our channel. I can't really
I think it
remember.
is. We've made sports references.
Yeah,
But
so
I don't think there's been a video specifically about this.
right. So we're all about nostalgia, comic books, and video games and stuff. But we also love sports, if you can't tell. So we are gonna try to do some mock drafts, and we've done our own, and we're gonna talk to you about who we think is gonna be picked by whom.
Correct.
So
Who's going first? Who's up?
Between us or on
On
the clock?
the
Actually,
clock.
the Bengals are going to be first.
you have your list ready. I mean, I can go ahead and start. Do you want to alternate like 1 and 1, 2 and 2? I think that'll be better.
I'll just follow your lead.
Okay, I'll go ahead and start. So the first team on the clock is
Bengals, 2 seconds on the clock.
Oh crap!
They know who they're taking.
Yeah. Oh, it won't take them 1 second to pick Mr. Joe Burrow.
They've already drafted.
Yeah, he was drafted months ago. You can already buy his jersey, I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, there's not much to say about that. Do you want to say your pick?
I got Joe Burrow.
I'm shocked, man.
Right?
I think that was just easy. You probably shouldn't even waste so much time on it.
Can I just look at yours to know who's next?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're Redskins on the clock.
All right. Well, with the number 2 pick, I'm going Chase Young, the edge rusher out of Ohio State.
I told Justin I wanted to add some drama, and this could be a drama pick, but I'm going Chase Young also. But they can certainly take a quarterback or trade out.
I think it would have been more interesting had all this Corona stuff not happened.
Yeah, because I did hear someone say that the Redskins probably won't do it since they haven't actually got to work out with Tua.
Right. Because I would love it if they would have looked at more options, but I think you got to go with a safe pick this year.
And all I hear about is Rivera's a defensive coach. He's a defensive coach. And I'm like, okay,
So in
well,
other
that
words,
makes
he's boring, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
He likes it good and boring. 10 sacks a year, guaranteed.
Exactly, so Chase Young.
Shoot, I would kill for 10 sacks a year.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's the next team. Don't say every part of it, just say.
Okay. Lions on the clock.
Okay, so for me, I'm going to go with ding, 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 we have a trade. So
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going to say that the Miami Dolphins are going to move to 3rd
Can I show this?
and take
Yeah.
Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback out of Alabama.
I think the important thing to comment here is that Justin and I
Oh, crap.
have not exchanged notes at all.
Did you do the same thing? Dude, that's awesome if you did.
Oh, it won't. It's kind of focusing. I don't know.
Well, I'll just let Justin.
Sorry if I stole your thunder. Like, go ahead and say for sure
It's
what
just
you're
hilarious.
Lions trade to Dolphins. Tua at 3.
doing. Awesome. So we're in agreement. I think the Dolphins have the firepower to make a trade possible. They don't have to move up far.
They don't have to move up far, and I
Okay.
don't think. Oh, thanks, Jessica. Okay.
They don't have to move up far, and I think the Dolphins, look, Tom Brady is out of your division. It's time to make your move and say the Dolphins will be the team for the next 10 to 15 years if Tua stays healthy.
If Tua stays healthy, that is
the
so
thing. That is the
huge.
thing.
Okay, yeah, so we're both in agreement. Dolphins straight up to get Tua. I don't necessarily like the pick, but I think the Lions have the luxury of.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
pressed because of what the Giants are going to do.
Okay. Personally, I like the pick. I just think the Dolphins' next priority has to be offensive line.
It has to be, or
Absolutely.
you wasted
or
the
else
trade up.
poor Tua.
I mean, they may trade up to get an offensive line.
Yeah.
They
They
might
still
actually
may
do that.
have the firepower to do that.
We'll
so.
see. We'll see.
Would you like to do your next pick so I'm not like stealing any thunder?
Oh, that's
just in
fine.
case.
I mean, I kind of went chalk here. I just gave the Giants Simmons at 4.
Okay, so
I didn't get too creative. I saw Giants needed offensive linemen and, some defensive help, and I said they'd probably just take Simmons and move on with it.
okay. Well, for me, we're the Giants pick at number 4. I don't know if they'll really do this, but I've heard some smoke about them trading back. So for the sake of just doing it, I'm gonna go ding, ding, ding. We have a trade.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I don't know that this team has to do this, but I have the Chargers going up to number 4 to take Justin Herbert, quarterback out
Okay.
of Oregon. And so the reason I
Okay.
say that is because the Chargers are sitting at 6. Herbert might follow them, but the draft is very fluid even beforehand. You start hearing these rumors a few days before that turn out to be true a lot of times. And Herbert's getting a lot of love right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say the Chargers are just going to play it safe, move up 2 spots, basically do the same thing as the Dolphins, and get their guy.
Okay, so in that world, I don't necessarily like the Dolphins or the Chargers doing that.
I don't either.
But yeah, it is what it is. At 5, Lions, I just got them taking Okuda. Like, they waited, and they got their guy.
I'm not even going to waste time. Did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Since Lions had it picked, take Jeff Okuda.
At 6, I have the Chargers waiting patiently and taking Herbert at 6 because they know the Giants and the Lions are not going to take them. And, I mean, who would move up ahead of them? Jacksonville?
Well, I think there could be a surprise team like the Saints. What if the Patriots decide to do something no one sees coming? Do I believe that'll happen? No.
No.
But there's teams that need a quarterback still.
It's like I told you, I would love to fit the Saints doing some crazy trade to get Herbert, but I just don't know if they'll do it.
To be honest with you, I don't exactly know what the Jaguars are going to do. If they're sold on Minshew, fine. But if they're not,
they could do it.
They're at 9. They can get there.
I get the Chargers in your world moving up. I just don't like it.
Yeah,
but I get it.
They get a better draft grade in your mock. So.
Okay. Right. Okay, so are we on 7 right now?
We are on. Well, I haven't done my number 6 yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad. Go for it.
So it was normally the Chargers pick, but in my mock, the Giants have it now. And so I'm going to go with Tristan Wirfs, the tackle out of Iowa. I think the Giants just need a tackle. They got to protect their young quarterback and everything. So
yeah, that's fair.
Pretty plain.
So with the 7th, Jessica,
I think we're back to a regular order. She wants to go
we
back to Nelson.
Okay.
It got confusing, but
Panthers on the clock.
So I don't know too much about defensive players, but I do think the Panthers are going to go defense here. This might be chalk, I'm not sure, but Derek Brown at 7.
okay.
That's a boring pick.
I like it, honestly, but I actually originally had the Panthers taking Derek Brown, and I scratched it out because I compared, and I realized Isaiah Simmons was still on the board, who's like a top 4 talent.
Yeah.
So I had to actually scratch out Derek Brown and put Isaiah Simmons in, the linebacker from Clemson.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, but we both agree they're going defense, and they're going to have their pick of the litter almost there, except for Chase Young and Okuda. They have anybody not from Ohio State available.
That's true. Okay, so Jessica, we're now at 8, right?
Cardinals on the clock.
So I went Wills here at 8. I don't know too much about him, but he's high up on everybody's board, so
yeah.
I took him for the Cardinals.
Well, I think that's actually a really good pick. I think too, because Kyler Murray's left-handed, they need Wills, who's a right tackle, who's basically going to be like the standard left tackle, protecting the blind side.
Yeah, I mean, you have to
That's
keep
a really
Kyler
good
Murray.
pick.
You got Hopkins, you have to keep him.
If I was the Cardinals, I wouldn't move from that spot, and that's exactly who I would take. But in this world, there's been some smoke, fellows, and I've been seeing on every other mock draft, the Cardinals are trading out of this pick. I don't know if they were just on a high from getting DeAndre Hopkins or what, but I have another trade.
Okay.
And the team that is trading in is the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh!
There's been a lot of rumors about the Falcons drafting up, going up. So I'm not. This isn't just me just saying this because I'm a Falcons fan, but I have the Falcons taking Derek Brown, defensive tackle out of Auburn.
Okay.
Needs some much needed defensive line help.
That's true.
If that happens, I will be happy.
Yeah, I think Cardinals keep Kyler Murray safe.
I agree with that. In real life, if I was the
him
Cardinals,
safe.
I would do that. Would never think it. I would just take him.
Yeah, keep him safe.
Jags on the clock.
Jacksonville Jaguars on the clock.
Not
I'm
bad.
just, no, I
Jaguars
wrote
on the
Jags.
clock.
I wrote Jags. It's just the formality of it. Go ahead and restart us.
Thank you.
All right, so Justin's probably going to like
Jaguars
this
on the clock.
because he's our little tradeaholic. I have Jacksonville trading out of this spot and giving it to the Broncos.
Interesting.
So I have the Broncos getting Jerry Jeudy at 9.
I love it, dude. The Broncos are, I feel like at 15 are in a bad spot. They're going to lose the top 3 receivers in the draft right before them.
Precisely.
So no one knows what the Jaguars are going to do. They can just trade back, fill some holes. I love it. I actually love it. I had a boring pick here because I just did not know what the Jaguars were going to do. So I went with Mekhi Becton, the tackle out of Louisville. He's the only thing is he's getting a lot of love. Some people even have him going to the Giants at 4. But he did just come back with, I think, like a diluted sample or something like that, a drug test. So he's already in like the drug protocol. This just came out like maybe yesterday.
Oh, wow.
So that could be something that affects that, but I'm still saying he's probably going to go top 10. So
fair enough. And rounding it out, I heard people say the Browns might trade out of this spot, but I'm thinking, no, you have to improve your offensive line, so I got them taken.
Browns on the clock.
Oh, sorry. My bad. You elbowed me like
Only job.
you elbowed me like 3 minutes into my speech, so I have them taking Wirfs.
okay,
Yeah.
solid pick. I pretty much agree, except I already have Wirfs and Becton off my board. So I'm going with who I think is the safest, most consistent tackle in the draft, and that is Andrew Thomas, the guy who gave up like 1 sack 3 years as a starter.
Oh, wow.
Or something like that. Georgia.
Oh.
Dude, in the SEC, 3-year starter.
Okay.
He gave up like 1 or 2 sacks ever.
Okay, that's impressive.
Go safe, man. Now you gotta protect Kyler Murray in Arizona. You gotta protect Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, because from what I've heard, Cardinals' offensive line and Browns' offensive line were terrible.
Atrocious.
And you got the offensive firepower to do something if you keep your quarterback upright.
Yeah, the way you should look at it, you draft one of these tackles. I mean, these are elite guys. There's a top 4 who are really, really good. And I mean, your whole offense gets better. Your run game gets better. Your pass game gets better.
Exactly, because they have the skill players.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, I guess Cardinals might want to improve their defense, but Kyler's the franchise, so
Yeah, oh yeah.
that's where I would start.
And I think they just traded. Well, no, they didn't.
I mean,
That was a mock draft I watched. Someone had in a mock draft them. Am I crazy?
I have no idea.
I'm not even gonna say because this could be so wrong. I'm not even gonna go there.
Well, this may be crazy, but we were talking about the Chiefs just won by getting their offense right and figuring out the defense.
Yeah.
So who's to say, like, the Cardinals have Kyler Murray and Hopkins. Who's to say that they can't just figure out the defense later with that offense?
Dude, I totally agree. If I was a modern day NFL head coach and I had a quarterback that I trusted, I think I would just invest heavily in the offense and let the defense catch up. I think I really would.
The Chiefs just beat an amazing 49ers defense because the 49ers didn't have an offense.
Yep.
So.
And the Chiefs defense, I mean, they stepped up at the right times. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
they had like one of those bend but don't break sort of things.
Chiefs
But, I mean,
have
they're-
talent on defense. It's
Yeah.
just they haven't
But
put it all together.
compared to their offense, it's extremely untalented.
exactly.
So
Well, Cardinals, what I meant to say, Cardinals have defensive talent. They
Right.
just haven't put it all together. But if
Oh,
their
yeah.
offense can sustain drives, then that would help.
oh yeah, and maybe we'll talk about it later.
We'll
when
revisit it next
when the
week.
draft actually comes out, we should definitely take a look at how good or bad we did.
Yeah.
I'm predicting I got 2 picks right. Like there's 2.
1 and 2.
I will lock in. The rest, who knows about the rest? So
I mean, as long as Chargers don't move, I feel good about Herbert at 6.
yeah.
And I think the Lions are going to take Akuda. It's just
I
where
actually
to
agree
take him.
with that. I just don't know how much teams value Herbert, and I don't know if there's a wild card team. The reason I went ahead and traded Chargers to Giants is because the Giants come out and said number 4 is for sale, and I feel like somebody's going to take
Someone's gonna
advantage
take
of that
And not to
because
get
they want to
Simmons.
jump ahead of the Chargers. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Yeah.
the Chargers are basically having to shoot themselves in the foot a little bit to secure someone they should get.
Do
at
you
6.
think someone would jump the Lions to get Akuda?
I think the Lions would. The Lions want to trade out. So my thing is, I think they want Okuda. They just want him a little later.
Yeah, and if they can get him at 5,
So they might trade out.
if they
and
can get him
someone
at 5,
takes
someone
Okuda.
jump to Giants at 4 and get Akuda.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it very well could happen.
Y'all keep going. I want to step away.
okay,
For a second.
that's fine.
Check your time. Okay, 5.
That's where I think it's interesting. 3, 4, 5, and 6, because Giants and Lions I could both see trading out,
Yeah.
and Dolphins and Chargers I could both see trading up.
That's kind of frustrate them so much that they have to do that. Probably the Dolphins, I think, have to get to number 3 if they value Tua or if they value Herbert.
Yeah, because we don't know. They could take Herbert.
Right.
So yeah, it'll be fun to revisit this probably next week.
We're gonna have a good laugh, I guarantee it. I've heard, because of all the craziness going on in the world, this is probably gonna be the most unpredictable draft we've had.
That would be fun.
It would. Like, you.
Well, what's your wild card pick? Like mine is Broncos taking Jerry Jeudy. What's your like Hail Mary wild card? It's probably not going to happen, but
I'm saying the Falcons, and I do think the Falcons are going to trade up. I'm just not sure that high, and I think they're going to get the second best defensive tackle, Kimball.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to actually manage to get Derrick Brown.
Okay,
I'm not even
so
upset by that either. So.
If Falcons or Broncos trade into the top 10 to make these picks, that would make it worth it.
And I tell you what, I think the Broncos should do that. I absolutely do.
I wouldn't hate them.
They may not have to go to 9. They could go to 11, but then they're not going to get their pick of the litter.
I saw someone say that it could start with the Jets taking wide receivers, and it could start with Raiders taking wide receivers.
I mean, it could start with the Jaguars. We don't know what they're going to do, and Lord knows they need a wide receiver.
That's true. So, yeah, it could start as early as 9.
And I've also heard the Jaguars are tanking for Trevor. So
Yeah, I've heard that's going to start, too. Like, Panthers might
I
tank.
think if the Jaguars stay put, take Jerry Jeudy. That would be a lot of fun next year. Or 2021. Yeah.
Whenever that happens. So let us know, guys, what you thought of not only our selections, but what you guys are thinking will happen.
If we're trash, just let us know. It's totally fine. We probably agree.
Remember that people get paid millions of dollars to get it wrong, and we get paid nothing.
To get it wrong. Exactly.
Yeah. So there's that.
If I get one pick right, I'm almost as good as the.
Well, dude, we got one pick right.
Well, yes, we do.
We certainly got
And
one.
we're like 99% sure we got 2
Redskins
picks right.
could do something,
Watch
but
them
they
do something
could.
crazy.
In a different year, I think that they'd really think about it. This year,
yeah, you just don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah.
To work, they haven't got to work out with them.
that's why you need all these tackles to balance out with all the Chase Youngs.
I guess so. Yeah. But all right, guys, thanks for watching, and see you later.
See ya.